This is Secret America.
Welcome, everybody. I am Jack Danger along with Jay Gatling, and we have a lot to talk about today. We've got some pictures that was taken and put out apparently by Artemis II in space, so that's going to be fun to talk about. First, though, I want to say, Jay, what if I told you that you could cure eye cancer and all you have to do is squirt pig semen into your eye?
I vote for eye cancer.
Yeah, if you have eye cancer, you can just right in your eye.
I'm kidding.
That's how they cure eye cancer nowadays.
I already have my head in my hands, and we just started. What's going on?
Let's take a look at this. I want you to see this because it's very interesting. It's a study apparently that they did, and this was verified by Nighthawk. Actually sent this to me, and he verified it on Grok. So I'm going to pull this up. I want you to see this. Take a look. If this thing will even come up. Come on now, buddy. Why does it sometimes? All right, is it up? No, it's not even showing. Unbelievable. All right, here we go. Check this out. I'm going to move this out of the way so everybody can see this. Okay, so apparently you can harness semen derived from the non-invasive yada yada yada. It's just a bunch of scientific talk or whatever it is. But I'm going to give you the basics. So retinoblastoma is it's probably the biggest eye cancer there is out there, and it's it can be pretty much in anybody. But it says it's it's an intraocular malignancy in children, apparently. But retinoblastoma is something that anybody can get. And I'm going to tell you basically what this study does. And I wonder if there's any photos. Wouldn't that be interesting? Here you go. Here's some photos for you. So basically what this study does is they looked at tiny particles from pig semen called exosomes as a way to deliver drugs into the hard-to-reach parts of the eye. Apparently, these particles are naturally good at penetrating biological barriers. And that seems to be what they want here. Researchers tested whether they could use that ability to carry medicine into the retina, which is normally very difficult to reach for whatever reason. I don't know why it's so difficult to reach, but apparently it is. And yeah, see, this is just a bunch of gobbledygook. Ain't nobody gonna be able to understand any of this shit. So there's no reason to even show. What I am gonna do though is tell you a little bit about that study. So the problem that they're solving, Jay, is there's a rare eye cancer, like I said, about retinoblastoma, and it's usually treated with injections into the eye. It's take a needle and inject it into your eye. That's crazy stuff. That's painful, scary. I mean, who the hell wants to do that, right? So, and those treatments can actually damage your eye. They are painful, especially in children. So the big idea was to use pig semen-derived exosomes as the delivery vehicles for cancer drugs. Okay, it's basically microscopic biological packages that can sneak past the drug barriers. All right, so what they did was they extracted these exosomes from the pig semen, loaded them with anti-cancer compounds, delivered them via eye drops, and tested it in mice with eye cancer. So basically what they did was they had a pig ejaculate in a mice's eye, and I guess it cured their cancer. I mean, I'm guessing that's what it looks like is happening here. So apparently what this could do, the exosomes successfully penetrated the eye's protective barriers. So the pig semen worked. It did take the drugs directly to the tumor cells. It shrank the tumor down to 2 to 3% of the untreated size. The mice kept their vision, minimal damage to healthy tissue, and it could replace painful eye injections. So I guess and it's only been tested in mice, not in humans, but I guess the big question is, would you rather have retinoblastoma, which is a cancer that will most likely make you go blind and then eventually kill you, or get painful eye injections where they take a needle, stick it into your eye? Or would you like the thought of mixing anti-cancer drug medications with pig semen and shooting it in your eye?
If the pig doesn't have to be directly involved, then I guess...
he does. No,
he doesn't.
See, the pig's got to be right over you while they're doing it.
No, see, he doesn't.
I'm just kidding. No, they jack off the pig somewhere else.
Yeah, great. So if the pig doesn't have to be directly involved, I guess I'm all for it. And I have another question. Does it have to be pig semen? Because otherwise, Jack, there are certain quote unquote.
Would you prefer human semen?
No. My point is this: there are certain professions, quote unquote, that we know are out there where I guess a lot of people are going to have this kind of proactive approach to this type of treatment.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Don't worry about it. You'll figure it out after.
What I can tell you is if it's not pig semen, I mean, do you want them? I mean, they can use rattlesnake semen. Have you ever seen a rattlesnake? There you go, right there.
Listen, as I said, as long as the pig or the rattlesnake, whatever else, isn't directly involved, and it's just in the tube, and they
but
could,
Jay, forget the rattlesnake and pig semen. I got to ask you something.
Yeah.
How do you find something like this out? I mean, are you experimenting with pig semen? And it just, hey, you've got retinoblastoma. Let me jack off this pig, put it in your eye, and see if it works. How in the hell do you figure this shit? Where do you start at? Do you start with? Are you just messing with pig semen? Get it in your eye, and then it worked. I mean, how do you figure that out?
I don't know. I don't want to know. Actually, like I said, I don't even want to know that this happened. That this is how they do a lot of these things, Jack.
Well,
I don't want to know.
Understand. I mean, now
ignorance is bliss.
Like Deb said. Look at this. Deb said her father had 2 pig valves in his heart, and they actually last a good long time. Pig valves are actually very good for help. But what I don't understand is how you can find out that pig semen can get cancer drugs into the eye. I mean, you have to be experimenting with pig semen at that point, right?
Again, ignorance is bliss, Jack. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah,
I don't want to know.
I just find it strange. I mean, somebody out there said, hey, I like that farm animal. Let's jack him off and put it in my eye.
Whoever that guy is or girl is that started this, I think they also need to go talk to somebody.
It's great. Hey, if it works, that's wonderful. I mean, anything that can help with cancer is great. It's just a strange mechanism for getting cancer cancer drugs where they need to go. So
certainly is. And I just want to know, how do you find this stuff?
Nighthawk sent that to me, actually. Nighthawk. He's the one that sends. Puts our names on certain stuff. He actually said that he can't wait to see your face when I put this on. Yeah. So that's funny. That is funny.
Nighthawk, you might need to go talk to somebody. How's that? Thank you very much, though, for the information.
That was good stuff. He probably screenshot your face when I first said that. I'm sure he did. It's going to be on posters all over X now.
It looks something like this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That is good stuff. Okay. Man. So let's get into this. I mean, I know we've talked about the space things for the last couple of days, but there's always new information coming out.
Well, there's a mission, Jack, there's a mission going on right now. It's relevant.
Well, I mean, I don't know about relevant, but it's a mission. Yeah. I mean, what the hell is the relevance of circling the fucking moon and coming back?
Listen, there is a space mission in progress, so we're going to talk about space.
Yeah, well, I want to show you this, Jay. This right here, and I'm going to show you this. This right here is what people believe happened on the moon. I want you to look at this. I'm going to pull this up right here because this is strange to me. All right? Tell me what you think this looks. Tell me if you think this looks good, Jay. I want you to tell me when I pull this up, if it ever comes up. Here we go. Take a look at this, okay? This is what people think happened on the moon. Look at this.
2, 1, ignition. Right away, Houston. Regs are good. 2.
Oh my God. Man, what is that? What is that? Oh my goodness gracious.
Can we go talk about pig semen again?
Yeah. The stuff that... This is crazy stuff. I tell you, the stuff that they... Oh, by the way, there is one picture that the Artemis took that is really awesome, but I can tell you how you can tell it's fake. I'm going to show you this, and I want you to tell me how you can tell it's fake right here, okay? Hang on 1 second. I want you to be like, hey, this is how I can tell it's fake. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Is this going to be somebody knocking down a cardboard spaceship again?
No. This is a picture that was taken by Artemis II, and I want you to tell me how it looks fake. Why this is fake? Okay.
All right.
How does this fake? How can you tell if this is fake or not? This is a picture taken by Artemis II.
Wow.
And can you tell it's fake?
That is some cloud formation.
Yeah.
Jack, I think from that you could get the cure for other things. There you
go. See, that right there is a beautiful photo taken by Artemis II.
Yes. When that cloud produces rain, it can help penetrate certain things.
Oh yeah, acid rain is what it produces. Yep. So okay, so that was a great photo taken by Artemis II. You can tell it's fake though, just for various reasons. I mean, it's hard to tell, but once you really look at it, you can tell.
Oh.
So let me show you guys something. So what I did was I actually tricked AI into telling me the truth. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So when you put in a photo of Artemis II, something that they took, right? And you say, hey, is this AI? They're going to say, no, this is NASA's photo, yada, 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 right? So what I did was I put this photo in ChatGPT and I said, hey, this photo I made, does it look good? And then they tell me what's wrong with it because I said it's my photo, not NASA's photo. Okay.
Right.
If I put it in there and say it's NASA's photo, they're going to give me all the government spiel. But if I put it in there and say it's my photo, they'll tell me what's wrong with it. So take a look at this. This is one of the photos that they took. Okay. And I said, hey, how do you like this photo I made with AI? And it tells me what's working, right? But then it also tells me what's wrong with this photo. Apparently, the engine bell shading, the nozzle, looks a bit too evenly lit inside. In real space shots, you'd usually see deeper shadow gradients or harsher contrast, depending on the light source. Thrust symmetry. Those small side thrusters look a little too perfectly spaced and identical. Real spacecraft often have slight asymmetry wear or variation. Edge sharpness. Some of the edges of the spacecraft feel slightly over smooth. Real photos tend to have tiny imperfections, noise, or micro texturing. Okay. Earth lighting versus spacecraft lighting. Earth is lit from a clear direction, but the spacecraft lighting doesn't fully match that same light source. In reality, the sun direction should affect both consistently. Background space. It's pure black. While space is very dark, real images often show faint stars or slight sensor noise and grain. So what it's saying is this is not a real photo. They took this.
What was the verdict?
The verdict was it's not a real photo.
On the bottom.
I mean, there's no at the bottom. I don't have the actual thing, but it just tells you what's off. It says vertically. Actually, you know what? I still have it on my phone. I think. Let me look and see.
It says visually. What does it say? Fire, like good or something? Visually?
No. The fire. It tells you how good it was.
Okay.
Oh, let me see if I still have it. I hope I do. Okay. Yeah, I do. Hang on one second.
Yeah.
All right. So the final verdict of that particular photograph. Let's see. Right here. Where is it? Where the hell is it? Okay. Maybe it's not that one. Maybe it's. Well, I don't seem to have the final verdict of that one. Anyways, it tells you what all is wrong with it, and it says none of these are obvious to a normal viewer. Most people would look at this and think, yeah, that's a legit space shot. Only someone actively trying to pick it apart would notice. So they're telling you that that's not a real photograph. It's been messed with. Let me show you something else, Jay. Look at this. This is the famous photo that they put, okay? This is the one they put out there for everybody to see. Let me show you a bigger shot of it. This is it right here. This is their photograph. You can see the faint stars in the background back here. This is the one they put out. So here's what I said. I said, hey, is there anything wrong in this photo? Is there anything in this photo I made that is wrong? And it says, actually a solid rendering, yada, yada, yada. And then it says, what's a bit off? Continent placement, geography. That landmass looks like Africa, but it's slightly distorted. The shape is a bit soft and stretched. Coastlines don't match real geography cleanly. Also, the angle orientation feels slightly unnatural compared to how Earth is usually seen from space. Atmosphere thickness, the glowing edge atmospheric ring is too thick and bright. In real photos, like from satellites, the atmosphere is very thin, almost like a faint line. Star field, you've got visible stars, which looks cool, but in real Earth photos, stars are not usually visible because the exposure is set for the bright Earth. The stars also look a bit too evenly spaced and stylized. Lighting gradient, okay? Lighting gradient. The transition from light to dark on the planet is a bit too smooth. Real Earth images usually have slightly harsher contrast between daylight edges. That bright spot near the center, there's a small glowing object reflection in the ocean area. It doesn't match any real feature, not a city, not a reflection you'd normally see. Feels like an AI artifact or lens flare that doesn't belong. If you want it to look real, thin out the atmosphere, glow significantly, either remove stars or dim them heavily, sharpen content edges, especially Africa, add subtle cloud shadows for depth, and remove the random bright object in the ocean. And here's the final verdict. It's visually impressive and believable at a glance, but if someone looks closely, especially someone in space photography, they'll spot these inconsistencies. Yeah, it's not real. That's what they're saying. This right here is way too inconsistent. And you guys can believe what you want. But if you go in there and you ask Grok, hey, is this NASA photo real? They're going to say yes, because it's prompted to say, hey, it's from NASA. I believe NASA. But if you go in there and say, hey, this is a photo that I made. How real does it look? Does it look real? Is there anything wrong with it? And it tells you the truth if you say it's a photo that you made. Okay.
Yep.
Now check this out.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the dark photograph. I'm going to pull it up in a big one. Okay. You see that right there?
Yep.
That's the dark photograph. Okay. So I said, look at this photo made of the Earth at night as seen from space. I didn't even say it was mine. I just said, look at this photo made of the Earth at night as seen from space. Does it look real? This one says this one is cool stylistically, but if we're judging realism, this is the first one that clearly breaks down under inspection. This is the worst one of them all, is what they're saying. Let me show you. All right, what gives it away? Grid bending pattern across Earth. There is visible vertical streaks and bands across the entire planet. This is not something that appears in real space photography. It looks like an AI rendering artifact or texture tiling issue. This alone is the biggest giveaway. You see right there? This alone is the biggest giveaway. City lights aren't realistic. Real Earth at night images have clear clusters, US, Europe, India, East Asia, defined coastlines and road networks. Yours are too scattered and faint, not forming recognizable population patterns, almost speckled randomly. Okay. Cloud visibility on the night side. You can see clouds pretty clearly across the dark side. In reality, clouds are very hard to see at night unless lit by moonlight or lightning. Here, they almost look like daytime clouds dimmed down. You hear that? Star visibility issue. Again, you've got stars visible next to a relatively bright Earth. Then real photos, if exposure captures Earth's faint night lights, stars are usually blown out or absent. Also, that single bright star looks a bit placed, quote unquote placed. Final verdict. This one is visually cool, but not believable as a real photo right now. It looks more like a stylized or AI-generated Earth than something from a satellite or spacecraft. There you go. That's your verdict, Jay. You can say what you want, but that is the verdict of an actual AI telling you what it is. The photo is not believable as real.
I would love for you to put that in again and say this is NASA's photo. And
no. If you say it's NASA's photo, they're automatically
I believe you.
Say,
I believe you. I would just love to see it and see what difference it comes up
I'll do
with.
it right now. If I put it in there, they are immediately going to say, hey, yeah, great photo. NASA took this and Artemis II. That's what they're going to do. That's why you have to trick AI, say it's a photo that was made. Don't mention NASA and just ask what's wrong with it.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Here, we'll pull it up real quick. I will show you exactly what NASA will, what they'll say about the photo. Let's pull it up and have everybody see. All right, let's have a little fun with this.
Why not?
All right.
We know that one. That's the most realistic one, though.
I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, let's see here. Here we go. All right. This NASA, or I'm going to say, is there anything wrong with this NASA photo? Let's see what it says.
Let's see what it says.
Let's see. The image you shared is a real NASA yada, 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 captured yada, yada, yada. Let's see what it says down here. Key realistic features, common issues people noticed, but aren't problems. I love that. I love it. If you're spotting a specific anomaly, weird light, shape, or inconsistency with a particular date, describe it and I can dig deeper. Look at this. It doesn't say any of the shit that we talked about. It does not say any of the shit we talked about. It says common issues people notice, quote, issues people notice, but aren't problems.
I'm seeing, Jack, scroll up because I think it says there that the good thing about it is the night lights. And on the other one, it said they were off.
Look, night lights, bright clusters along Australia's coastline. When I told him it was my photograph, or I didn't even tell him it was my photograph. I told him it was a photograph that was made. I didn't mention NASA. And then they tell you the truth. That is why you cannot trust, you cannot put shit in Grok or any AI. They will not tell you the truth unless you tell them it was yours or something else. But I'm telling you right now, Grok proved that photo, they even said, read it again. Photo right here, final verdict. This one, this photo right here that they took at night, this particular photo that's supposedly taken at night, right here. This one is visually cool, but not believable as a real photo. It looks more like a stylized or AI generated Earth than something from a satellite or spacecraft.
Go and go back up to the night lights on that one. What it said about your night
there's
light.
no point, man. It's just gonna.
It's because it's crazy to me. It's insane.
Well, I told you that they're going to do that. The AI is a biased thing towards and she well, even if you use Chat GPT or Grok, it really honestly does not matter. I can put it in there. Watch, I'll put it in there for Grok right now with my particular one, and ask it. Okay, but
All
first
right,
I gotta get out of this so Grok doesn't have the same memory. You can't have the same memory. I gotta erase Grok's memory.
Yes, that's for sure.
Erase memory, Grok. Okay, Grok has erased its memory. Now let's go ahead and look and see. I'm going to say, check out this photo I made.
Wait, it's still there.
Huh?
What is that? Still there?
Yeah, why is it still there? I said erase memory.
Just hit
Oh, here,
Grok
it says
again.
starting fresh. So let's try
right.
it.
Okay.
If it doesn't work, if it still doesn't work, then we're gonna erase it again, X out of it and try it, okay?
Yeah, there you go. Right.
But let's see what it says. I'm gonna see, check out this photo I made. Check out this photo I made. Is there anything wrong with it? Let's see. Oh yeah, see, exact image you shared with the one earlier. Damn it.
Go hit Grok. Hit Grok.
What do you mean hit Grok?
Hit where it says Grok on your left side.
Right here?
Yep. Hit it.
All it does is
now hit
pull
it
that
again. Hit it again. Now start there.
All right, I'll try. We'll
Right.
try. Let's try again. All right. Look at this photo I made. Is there anything wrong with it?
Let's see what it says.
Please don't say this is the same shit you shared earlier.
I don't think it will. I think it's going to be new.
Yes, there are a few noticeable issues with this photo that suggest it's AI generated, baby. No, it's not. It suggests it's AI generated.
Oh my
Never
God.
said I'm doing apples and oranges, but they say the same thing, brother. ChatGPT and Grok. You may not trust ChatGPT. I actually have a subscription to ChatGPT because it's actually excellent. It renders all of my fake photographs. But this is what I'm talking about. It's saying the same exact thing. Look, geography and composition, lighting and atmosphere. The atmospheric glow looks unnaturally uniform and perfect, almost like a clean digital outline rather than a subtle varying haze. Cloud, land, and lights. The clouds appear somewhat smeary or painterly. Overall feel. Real Earth from space night photos, yada, 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 have a more raw, data-driven look, often with some noise, varying resolutions, or visible stitching from multiple passes. This one feels too cinematic and polished, which is a common hallmark of AI image generators. Thank you very much, Grok and ChatGPT, for proving my point.
Aren't you glad I told you to do that?
No, I already had that from ChatGPT, but it's fun to see.
I'm saying, I'm glad. Aren't you glad I told you to do it and reset Grok and ask it again? Because again, you have to reset it. I mean, listen.
And Deborah, there's no need to call Grok out. I know why Grok did it, because Grok and ChatGPT are programmed that anything that they get, whether it's anything that comes from any agency or anything that they can search and look for, and it says NASA or anything like that, they are going to say automatically that it's real. They're going to assume it's real. On this one, there's no bias when I say, hey, this photo, is there anything wrong with it? But when it comes from a government agency or it comes from, some kind of publishing thing, they're going to automatically assume it's real. Automatically.
I got to be honest. I like what she's saying. I would call Grok out and be like, why'd you tell me that earlier? That it was real?
Man.
But
Plus,
it's funny. It's funny.
No, you can't call Grok out on this, because in order for it to change those two, I have to erase the previous one. It's not going to remember the previous one.
All right. Listen, listen, we've seen enough with this.
Bottom line is it's not real, man. Both AIs. Deborah, I can't call it out. We had to erase the previous one in order to get this one. If I type it in now, it's not going to be back there. Copy and paste what?
I guess she's saying copy and paste what its response was. Or you could say, why did you respond like this? Boom, and put it in.
That's way too much trouble. The
All right,
bottom line is it doesn't matter because ChatGPT and AI or ChatGPT and Grok both said it's an AI photograph. It's that's the bottom line.
Here's the bottom line to me. If you're somebody that wants to argue that this whole thing, that the Artemis mission is in space, and again, I have a hard time wrapping my head around that these people aren't in space. I do. That's me. But if you want to argue that, what just happened here, right? What you just saw doesn't help. It doesn't help your argument that basically the same photos, when you phrase it differently, it's being called fake. When you just ask it if it's a straight up photo, if this is a straight up photo, forget about mentioning NASA. You don't prompt it to try to tell it how to view it. You just put it as a straight up layman's photo.
All I said was, is there anything wrong with this photograph? Yeah, it looks AI generated.
It doesn't help your argument. It doesn't. And AI, there's a lot of problems with AI. That's why I've prompted AI so differently now. And I do it 3 times, sometimes 4 times. I say neutral, neutral, neutral. I say check all sources, right, left, center. Give me a neutral. I try to do as best I can with it. But anyway, listen, it doesn't help your argument with what Jack just showed you with asking about those photos. It just doesn't.
Let me show you how easy it is to make it look like you're in space, okay? Take a look at this guy. This is one of the astronauts that took a picture next to space, right? He took that picture next to when he's up right there in Artemis. But let me show you something. Boom. Look at that. Boom. There it is. There it is right there. Look at that. Take a look. There it is right there, baby.
Oh, my God.
That's how it's done. That is how it is done. That freaking easy, man. And let me show you something else. I'm going to show you something even better. Okay, you want to see something better? Of course you do. Let me show you something even better. Take a look at this video that I'm pulling up. Did you know this about the spaceship? Watch this. Hang on. If I can get the freaking bookmarks to come up, I want you to see this. This is impressive and incredible and probably something nobody even knows. So if I can find the damn thing, where the hell did it go? I got so many things that, when I do the research of stuff, I have so much crap on here that you got to kind of search through it for what you're looking for.
I'm going to take off my toilet seat tonight and take a photo on my computer.
You can, right next to the laptop. Pull up a AI generated photo of Earth. Put your toilet seat over the laptop and look at the camera and smile.
No, I'm going to do it with the picture of the of that cloud formation.
Oh yeah, well hell, that's even better.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, I found it. Okay. I want you to see this, Jay. I want everybody to see this fucking thing. Okay, here we go, guys. You're going to like this. Let's have a look. Let's have a look-see, Jay.
All right.
They get out and head down this tube, specially insulated against fire, and zigzagging down not to some point out and away from the rocket, but to an escape room exactly where you'd think it shouldn't be.
An escape room from the rocket. Whoa.
3.5 minutes after they get the warning in the capsule, the crew could be down here in the blast escape room via that 200-foot escape tube.
Very interesting.
40 feet below the base of the rocket. They find themselves in a totally rubber room, walls and floors. And
let's look at that again. He's up here in the spaceship. There's an escape room.
They get out and head down this tube, specially insulated against fire, and zigzagging down not to some point out and away from the rocket, but to an escape room exactly where you'd think it shouldn't be.
Go all the way down the rocket, and there you are, Jay. Now, isn't that interesting? That you can escape that quickly from the rocket.
I want to go on that, Jack. I want to take that slide. It looks fun.
Well, all you have to do is be an astronaut, pretend to train for 10 years, and then, say you want to go in space.
And it's perfect because after this, I'm going to need a rubber room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Did you see that, though?
Yes.
How easy it is to escape from the rocket without anybody knowing?
Yeah. You go in that little hatch, you slide down into a rubber room.
Let me show you something else. Now, this right here is a real prover. This right here is going to blow your minds. You want to know where they filmed this shit? I'm going to show you where they filmed this shit. This is going to blow your freaking mind. All right, watch this. This is freaking awesome. Why the hell am I getting all these damn things on here? Sorry. I got all these stupid things. All right. Let me see. It's right around here. You're going to love this. I want you to see this. Here we go. So take a look at this. You ready?
Yeah.
Here. What's wrong?
No, nothing. I said I got a feeling my head is going to go into my hands again. Go ahead.
No, this is impressive, actually. Check this out.
All right.
Take a look at this. Look at that. What does that look like? Impressive. Impressive. Look at this. Is there any evidence that we actually go up?
All right. Hold on. I need your explanation for the reflectors I always hear about, and I read about those, the laser reflectors.
Yeah.
That they say have been placed there. Some have been placed by Russian robots, apparently, but many were placed, they say, by the Apollo missions.
Well, that's what they say, but all the Soviets have placed them up there with robots and stuff. So who's to say that didn't happen now?
I listen, but are they actually able to get robots to the moon? I don't know.
I don't know. Who's to say? Oh, I got something else great for you. Hold on.
Go ahead.
I got something else great for you. Remember when we watched that thing yesterday where Eddie Griffin says that the rockets go up, but then they go like a curve and then come down into the ocean? You remember that? They hit the firmament. They can't actually get past the firmament and then the Van Allen belt. They go up there, they hit it, and they go forward. I want to show you the launch. How would you like to see the launch, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, it's wonderful. I want to show you, Jay, just exactly what happens. It's very interesting. I promise you'll like it.
All right, let's go.
Let's take a look. All right, here we go, guys. Let me remove this banner, and I want you to check this out. All right, take a look at this.
We are the robots under the dome.
That's what it looks like after it is done. Halfway up, before you can see any more of it. This is the rocket. What?
We are the robots, pulsing inside, dreaming of something.
I don't know what the hell that music shit is.
Yeah, because they picked worse music.
I know, very strange.
All right, it's getting different.
It
color is changing.
Yeah, look at that. All you can see is fire now, basically.
Still going.
But watch the trajectory.
Living together.
Now it keeps going until you can no longer see it, right? All you can see is smoke. The naked eye can no longer see it.
I think
but watch the trajectory. Look at this trajectory right here. You see that?
Yes.
That is not a straight line. Why would you need to go curve forward to go to space? That doesn't make any sense to me. Look at that.
Oh,
Remember what Eddie Griffin said yesterday.
Oh, he's got to turn left.
Look at that.
Turn left.
Yeah, turn left. They're coming down like that bridge in or that whatever the hell that thing is. Look, you see that?
Yep. Now it's just the boost. Those are hold on. Right at the end, the boosters disengaged.
That's it has nothing to do. We're talking about the ship, not the boosters. But
no,
look,
I know. I'm just saying that's what I see. The boosters disengaged, and then you see a little speck that keeps going.
And look at this. This tells you about it right here, okay? So it shows you like this, yada, yada, yada. But the firmament is supposedly right here. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly right there. And why do you think they curve when they go up to space? Did you see them curve? They didn't go straight up into space. Like, why would you need to go like this and then disappear? Why?
I guess they got to, that's what GPS told them to do.
I guess GPS is making them go. What are they going to Idaho? I think they're shooting up and then going to Idaho, because if you're shooting in a rocket, you want to pass space. You got to be at a pretty heavy speed to be able to break through whatever the hell it is. So instead of doing like this, they go. What the hell is that?
25,000 miles an hour.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 25,000 miles. 15 times faster than a sniper bullet. There's no way you could handle that kind of G-force. You'd be like, you'd be out. It's not possible.
Listen, again, anyone who, I'm not somebody, Jack is steadfast on this. He believes this 100%.
It's not, I have all the evidence. I have all the evidence.
For people that don't think it's a hoax, you got to that whole thing with the photos is just not good for your argument. It really isn't. Now, if I'm missing something that somebody can come to me with an explanation right now, and you're watching, put it in the comments.
Now, what about the curve? I mean, what are they doing? Just like Eddie, isn't that what Eddie Griffin said?
Yes,
they don't go straight up. They go like this. They come down and they film it as they come down, and then they play it a week later.
My question on that is, and my counter to that is, how do they know nobody's out there watching them come down?
Because they have specific spots. Did you know in Antarctica and places like that, you're not allowed to go anywhere? You're not allowed to go there.
Why
there
is
are
nobody
places in the world?
Somebody's got to track these people.
No, there are places in the world where people are not allowed to go. Nobody is allowed to go.
Well,
look it up.
All right. Listen, guys, like I said, the photos are the damning. I do see the curve. I get it. The firmament. I get it.
There's no reason to curve if you're going up into space, man.
Well, maybe there was a traffic jam and they had the Waze told them to go that way.
I mean, come on, let's do this. The shit's, it's just not, it isn't what it is. And I'm going to show you, it's just not that. It's not that. It isn't.
I want to see that video again of that liftoff on the moon.
Oh yeah, no, that's one of the most ridiculous things I have ever seen in my life. But what I do want to show you guys is our thumbnail today, made by the excellent Eli. Take a look at this. This is our thumbnail.
Oh, that's why I'm holding. Oh,
it's awesome. See, he's got the toilet seat, and it says NASA, National Agency of Space Actors. I love it.
Why do I have to hold the toilet seat?
Because I am one with the camera.
No, next time you're holding it.
Oh,
I'm not holding the toilet seat.
There will be no next time. We're not going up into space again.
No. Yes, we are. In 2028, when we go to the moon, you're holding it next time.
Oh, yeah.
Not me.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's just, and I've got more stuff. We're going to look at some more stuff because people, and Jay, everybody out there says that, oh, yeah, we got this, we got that. We went to this place, we went to that place. I have tons of evidence that this shit's not real.
Well,
but there's no evidence that it is.
The conservatives saying, where did they go? I guess he's talking about if they're not going to space. You said they're getting dropped off somewhere.
Yeah, no. Where they go is when they shoot off, okay? You saw that they go like this, okay? They don't go straight up for whatever God knows reason. So they go like this, and then they come down at a pre-planned place, in the ocean. They come down like that. And then who knows where they can go for a week. In fact, and it's a curious thing, Jay. I mean, obviously, they can do that, and then they film it, and then they show it a week later as it's a live thing. But remember the escape hatch in the shuttle?
Yeah.
You never know, man. You just can't know. That's the thing.
All right. Listen,
it's
a legit question.
Too many inconsistencies, my man.
It's a legit question for people to ask on that whole thing about, no, they never actually break the firmament and they're done. They're landing light. That's a legit question. If that's the case, where are they going? How is nobody seeing it? How is nobody picking up on where they're getting dropped off? How has nobody ever tried to explore that?
There are places, okay, look, when they get dropped off, there are places that the government owns, okay, that nobody is allowed to step foot. Have you ever seen videos like in Antarctica when someone starts trying to video there, they actually take your phone and you're banned from the entire continent? There are areas in the world where people are not allowed to go. Look it up.
Maybe that's the answer. If people are going to ask questions, you know that. Some people are going to ask questions.
Look, how about this? We'll do it right here. I'll do it right here for you.
Go ahead.
Let me see. Are there areas? I'll put it up in just a second in the world where people are not. Well, God bless America. Not allowed to go without permission or whatever it is. Let's see what it has to say here. If it actually answers. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up here. All right, check this out. I'm going to do this for everybody. All right. Here we go right here. All right, it says yes. No, that's the last thing. Where is it? Where the hell? Okay. I said, are there areas in the world where people are not allowed to go without permission? Yes, there are many areas in the world. Let's see, military and government secure sites, protected or isolated areas, stuff like that, historical or cultural radiation or broader regions. This is not the kind of stuff. But right here, look, Antarctica, not entirely forbidden. You can visit via organized cruise, but independent travel or entry into certain Antarctica specially protected areas requires permits from national authorities under the Antarctic Treaty. Unauthorized visits can result in legal issues, and activities are regulated to prevent environmental harms. Some nations maintain no-go lists for safety reasons. I mean, I'm telling you, man, there are places in the world that you cannot go, okay? And these places are there for a specific reason.
Okay, listen, it's an explanation.
I didn't know we could put the chat up there on the screen. That's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, I saw that. How'd you do that?
I don't know. I guess I hit some kind of button.
Can you put it like in the top right? Can you put it up top? So
no, well, let me see if I can move it, actually. Oh, I can make it tall. Oh, I can make it big. I can make it medium, small. Let's make it medium. I cannot move it, though. I can move it there.
The other one was better. To the right. And
oh, yeah, because it's all in my area.
Yeah, put it right over your head.
Yeah. There we go. No, we'll do it like this. That's perfect right there. That's
you
cool,
could also,
man.
You could also, the Rumble link, the Rumble chat, you could put that in too. I saw, I was
No, this is part of the Rumble chat, all of that. I'm not going to put the LFA TV one in there. No way. You have to log into LFA TV's actual channel to be able to do that.
I saw, what's his face? I was watching Kevin today for a minute, and he put the chat, the Rumble, the one from LFA TV, like in the left side of his screen. That was pretty cool. I don't know how to do that, but
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the chat because what if people say stupid shit?
Then we could talk back to them. Then we could say, hey.
We can still talk back to them.
They say, hey, that's not very nice.
No, I don't want to spend my whole time disciplining children.
Oh, come on. It's fun sometimes.
Okay, so I believe, from what I see, I think I've proved my point. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I have tons of evidence that this shit's not real, and I have a lot more. In fact, just visual evidence, Jay, visual. I want you to use your eyes and your brain, common sense. Take a look at this. This is just common sense. It's got nothing to do with anything, but I want you to tell me if this is the vehicle that apparently was driven in 250 degree heat, okay, all over the moon. Is this the vehicle? That's the vehicle that was driven all over the moon. This is it right here.
Yeah, we were watching that the other day.
That's a moon vehicle.
I was
what
just
you're telling me.
Listen, I guess those tires, I don't know what they're made of, but they can.
Did you know, Jay? But when you watch the video, of the vehicle driving around, you know what I mean? You know how there's no gravity?
Yeah.
When it kicks up the dust, how come the dust and dirt don't float away? They go right back to the ground.
You got me.
I'm telling you, I got evidence.
You're not the only one. There's plenty of people who swear on, and they'll go to their grave that we never went to the moon, never left the planet.
Oh, there's much bigger conspiracies, man, much bigger. But
never
I want you to see this.
Space.
Look, the
he makes sharp turns.
Sky.
Listen,
no gravity.
That whole vehicle looks. Come on.
But look, Jay, look, the dust, the dirt is being kicked up and then it goes right back down. In a no gravity environment, it should float.
Yeah. I would think so.
Look at this. It goes up in the air, right back down, right back down, right back down.
I mean,
that's not realistic.
It's not zero. What is the gravity on the moon? It's not zero gravity.
No, it's not zero gravity, but when you have a grain of sand that weighs next to nothing, it would float and possibly even float away. It doesn't have enough weight for the gravity to pull it down back to the moon. I mean, it just doesn't.
Yeah, that's looking like, when the General Lee was driving in the Dukes of Hazzard, the dirt flying up.
Look, I mean, it all comes right back down. That's not realistic, man. I'm sorry. It was the 1960s. What do you expect?
I love that little satellite dish that they have in the front of that. I love that.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, it's just not realistic, It's not realistic. I don't see how people can look at this shit and think, you know what? Yep, that's right. We went to the moon. Definitely.
For people that might have just joined us, please play again that rocket, that moon thing taking off. If you have
I got two things I'm going to play for you. I'm going to play that rocket thing.
I got to see that again.
No, I'm going to play the rocket thing, but I'm also going to play the side-by-side moon and desert. So you can see that it's actually just the desert that it was filmed in. But first, Jay, look at this. I want you to look at this and with a straight face, I want you to tell me that this landed on the moon and then took off from the moon. with a straight face.
Yeah.
Take a look at that right there.
Right.
This landed on the moon and then went back up into the ship in space.
I want to know where the car that we just saw. I mean, I get it. I know it didn't come whole, but they fit the parts to that car in that thing with the astronauts.
I don't know, but take a look at that thing. Does that thing looks like it would get off the ground?
From the picture, no.
It's slapped together with aluminum foil, and that's actually true. You can look it up. That is actual aluminum foil. And heating vents. Look on the left side. That looks like a air conditioning duct.
It's like duct tape. Listen. Play the video.
At some point, we gotta be realistic. At some point,
all right. The Nixon on the phone. Yeah, I know.
At some point, people just. I mean, come on. Sometimes things are what they are, but sometimes things are not what they are.
Deborah says, yes, the car was foldable. That's fine. It's foldable, but it's still not small.
It's a big vehicle with multiple astronauts in there.
That's the thing. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to show this. To me, Jay, the most damning thing, though, is the side-by-side where you have the moon video and then that guy on the desert. That is literally where they shot the moon. It's incredible. All right, take a look at this. I'm going to show you this.
All right.
2, 1, ignition.
Woo!
Right away, Houston. Vector good. 2, 1.
That is awesome.
Ignition.
Look at that.
Right
Oh,
away, Houston.
man.
Vector
Look at all
good.
the fire coming at the bottom of it because it's being shot into space.
Ignition.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Right
See all the
away, Houston.
fire?
Vector good.
There's nothing there. There is nothing.
Wait.
What the hell is that?
Wait, is that when they were leaving the moon?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
they had like a camera that was.
Right away, Houston.
Yeah, I told you. They left the cameramen on
Wait a
the
minute.
moon.
Wait a minute. Go back. How was the camera back in 1969? They had motion cameras where a camera could follow something?
No. Apparently, this is what they say, Jay. This is the God's honest truth. Apparently, they were remote controlling the camera from Earth.
Oh.
That's
okay.
that's their explanation. We were
I can't-
remote controlling the camera from Earth.
I can't do that now.
I can't get my phone to make international calls without cutting out, but they can remote control a camera from Earth
Dude,
in the 60s.
show it again and we'll see it follow it.
In the 60s.
Flawlessly
2,
it follows it.
1, ignition.
Woo!
Right away, Houston. Vector good.
Oh, yeah.
2,
That's the good stuff.
And they took the car back with them, didn't they?
Oh, who the hell? No, they did not. They did not.
They left the car there?
They left the car there.
So that car should still be there.
Let me show you something else. This right here is, to me, Jay, the most damning thing. And that's why I want everybody to see it again, because this is the most damning thing there is out there. When you're seeing where they filmed this side by side with the other person, you know, where they are. This is the moon, the supposed moon video, actual footage of the moon video. Look at this. This is actual footage of the moon video on the left. On the right, that is a guy that went to the desert, I think in the 90s or early 2000s. Watch, look at the background. Look at the landscape. Just take a look. He's on the moon. Again. First of all, you see right here, can you see my cursor?
Yeah.
See right here?
Yep.
See how it has the little dip right here?
Yep.
And the little dip right here?
Yep.
And watch. Look at this. This is the end of it right here. Right here's where it starts, and it goes right down. Look at that, right here, right down.
So what is that in that desert? Is that like a rock form? Like, is that what kind of formation? If that's sand, it can't possibly last that long. I'm talking.
No. Those are mounds. Those are like in the desert. There are huge mounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but they wouldn't degrade like from wind or whatever.
No, there's sand gets pushed on top of these things. You know, it builds up over time.
Listen, asking the questions that I know are going to get asked.
No problem. I mean, he's clearly there. That clearly happened, and it's clearly the moon. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, it is what it is. You know.
Why? Yeah. Why wouldn't they bring the car back?
Oh, I don't know. Who cares?
I mean, shouldn't that be in a museum? The first car that drove on the moon?
All right, but Jay, take a listen.
I'm obsessed with that car.
Take a listen.
Go ahead.
All the evidence that I've shown you over the last few days. Let's take just the evidence today. The side-by-side, the guy in the desert versus the moon photo, exactly the same setting, okay? The car kicking up dust that goes right back to the ground like it's gravity pulling it down. Okay, you've got the ship that apparently shoots up into the air with no engine underneath, no fire, no kind of combustion at all. It shoots from the bottom thing, which is the combustion, but then how does it continue to rise and just how do you steer it? How does it move without any sort of combustion? Doesn't matter, okay? But I'm talking about the sand that's kicked up. I'm talking about the same settings. I'm talking about the fake photographs, Jay.
Like I said, it doesn't help the argument for people who say it's real. Now, they'll have explanations, Jack. They will have explanations. We know this.
They'll always come up with something.
And my point has been, I'm going to stay consistent with this. I am starting now. We have an Artemis program, and these photos don't help the start of the Artemis program, what you just described and how AI just kind of did that.
Mhm.
But I'm going to say I want to see what happens now in 20.
Erring on the side of caution, Jay.
I know I do. I have to because my.
What do you feel? No. Stop.
You got to understand something.
No.
For me to just say in 2 days that the whole thing.
No.
That I believe
I want your
is done.
opinion. I want your opinion on. No. Don't say. Oh, it's been 2 days. No. I want your opinion based on what NASA has shown you and what I've shown you in the last 3 days. Give us your honest opinion. Don't say, I got to err on the side of caution, and don't say, don't err on the side of caution. Say, hey, I got to lean towards it being real, because we both know that's not true.
My honest opinion is I'm very skeptical now. Very skeptical.
That's all I wanted to know.
I'm skeptical. I am skeptical.
And that's true. And everybody should be.
I'm skeptical. I can't say, like I said, the evidence that you've shown and we've talked about over the past couple of days, you're going to get a reason why or a debunking to that from the other side.
There's a reason for everything.
Usual. Right. So, but then they'll say the same thing about you. They'll be like, oh, he could debunk anything or have an answer for everything. Fine. Now,
I have video evidence.
The point of the show is to say, listen, we've put it out there. Jack has shown you stuff. You decide. And maybe now that we have this moon mission coming up in 2028 and we have Artemis II out there in outer space now. So
putting out fake photographs.
Right. So they say, now
That's
start asking some questions, use some critical thinking, and come up with your own decision, make up your own mind. But a lot of this stuff people never really thought about. People just took it for granted because the government said we went to the moon. The government said we did this. Well, over the past 5, 6, 10 years, ever since a certain person especially came down an escalator, we've seen that our government is a liar a lot of the times.
Thank you.
When the narrative doesn't fit their needs. So
Jay,
you have to take that into account.
I want you said something that's important. I want to paint a picture for everybody real quick, okay? It's 1969, July 1969. We have 5 months left in the decade. In 1961, John F. Kennedy tells the world that the U.S. will be the first to the moon and that they will make it by the end of the decade. You have 5 months left. The technology does not exist to get you there. It's not possible. The Soviet Union couldn't find it. China couldn't find it. It's 2026. The Soviet Union and China still can't get to the moon. Okay? But the U.S. said, okay, we're backed into a corner. We have 5 months left. If we do not win this, if we do not make it, nobody will ever believe in the U.S. again. It will be a huge black mark on us. What do we do? What do we do?
Yeah, no, it was a lot of pressure. It was a lot of pressure, and I wasn't alive then. I'm sure for people who were alive then, and as you said, it's a big thing of national pride. It was when it was a different situation with the Soviet Union. I mean, it was a blood feud. It was the Cold War. It was all those things, and we had to win. So our government kind of had to win. It had to win it for the morale of the country. Yeah, so it is feasible to think that, yes, they would cook up something to make it happen. And again, I'm not saying that's 100%, but you got to be skeptical. You have to ask these questions. You take the evidence. You make up your own mind. There's a lot of things here that when you look at it, you go, it's just not passing the smell test. Okay. Is there an explanation? Has somebody come up to me with real science and give me explanations? Okay, I'll listen. And as I said, I have a new fresh slate now when we have Artemis II in 2026, where a lot of things are different. Where
they just put out 2 fake photographs already.
Well, this phone, this right in here, Jack, is more information than how many computers in 1960 right in his phone? I mean, right? So we're at a different stage in life now where, okay, it seems feasible that, yes, we should be able to go to moon. And I'll say it for the 50th time. My biggest issue was always, why did we never go back after 1972?
Why is that your biggest issue rather than no? Hang on. Why is that your biggest issue when instead your biggest issue is why has no other country ever been to the moon? That should be your biggest issue.
Well, no, for me, but that is why I say it's my biggest issue, is because that's what I've always thought of. That before I even talked about this with you over the years, my question was, why did we never go back? Why?
Yeah, but you're talking about we're talking about Russia and China. They've never been to the moon. That should be much bigger.
I was just
Russia
thinking,
and China. Soviet Union wanted to win the space race. It's 50 plus years later. They still can't get to the moon. And you're telling me we could in the 60s?
Listen, I'm thinking of probably not thinking of the countries because I think about the United States. That's where I live. And I'm just saying to myself, why did we never go back with a space shuttle when we had the shuttle program? We saw the space shuttle. Listen, we saw a shuttle blow up. I mean, I know people have come out and say that those astronauts are still alive.
I have something on that too. So
I've seen
very good evidence.
I've seen them talk to, I believe it was the commander. Somebody found somebody that looked just like him. I get that. I just don't know how you would hide 7 people for that long. I don't know. But again,
Jay, you know how the witness protection works, right? I'm not saying they're I'm just saying when you move somebody to a place that nobody knows them, some hick old town in Iowa, right?
But those are famous.
Jay, all you have to do, how do you think people hide from the FBI on the most wanted list? All you have to do is go somewhere that nobody knows you, change your hairstyle, change your facial hair, and then change your hair color. I don't care. And then get a new name. That's it. It's really not that hard.
It's possible. It's possible. It's not impossible.
More than possible.
It's not impossible. But yeah, it's just, that's why I always thought, to me, that was something before I even thought about stuff like this. I never watched these videos. I never watched the car driving around. I never watched that little, looks like a model take off with like no combustion. Ridiculous. I never watched that stuff before. I did see those superimposed things with the desert. I had seen that before, but I never really paid much attention to it. I was like, okay, maybe it's, but now that we're focusing on it on this show and we want people to get the information and come to a decision and make up their own mind and ask questions. Hey, now I'm thinking about it. And yeah, you have to be skeptical. You have to ask your government questions, especially from what we've learned over the past 10 years. If you don't ask questions, I think you're selling yourself short and you're doing yourself a disservice.
Absolutely. I mean, you're definitely doing yourself a disservice if you're not asking any questions. But I want to say, just real quick before we go, I want to say, look at it this way, everybody. If even one of the dozens of pieces of evidence that I've shown you, if even one of those things is true, the entire thing is fake.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, guys, make sure that you follow us on X, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, Instagram, not TikTok. TikTok sucks. X, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, Instagram, Secret America TV. We are live Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern every Monday through Friday. So make sure you check us out. We will be back and better than ever on Monday. So just make sure you follow us there. We have different content, not just our shows, but we put out shorts and other kind of content. You know, it's really fun. We actually just hit 1,000 on Rumble. We just hit 1,000 subscribers on Rumble. So, you know, we're going to keep going there. You know, we're hoping to, you know, just continue to build. I mean, that's what we're doing here. We're just building things.
That's
so,
it.
You got anything to say, Jay? We still got a little bit, maybe a minute left.
Yeah. Listen, on TikTok, I am still posting a lot of our clips on TikTok that I can get away with. I actually posted the funny one yesterday, Jack, and they didn't take it down. The one where the astronaut got us hit in the toe with the flag and he knocked down the movie set. I posted that one on TikTok. So I'm posting stuff on TikTok at Opinions Vary. Jay Gatling, but it's at Opinions Vary on TikTok. If you guys want to check it out there, just to keep TikTok alive for our show, to get our show out there on that platform. So follow us on X, me at Opinions Vary, Jack at Jack Danger Live, and Instagram, Jack, the best video we've had so far on Instagram is one of the moon videos that people really liked. So yeah, check us out on those platforms. Follow us. It helps us a lot. And you guys repost this stream. Get this stream out there. As Jack said, we're trying to build this show into something really, really awesome so everybody can enjoy it. So that's it for me and everybody.
Guys.
Have a great weekend. Happy Good Friday, happy Passover, and happy Easter to everybody that celebrates all those things.
Absolutely, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. And we do want to say happy Easter to everybody out there that celebrates that. And for Jay Gatling, I am Jack Danger. Thank you for watching Secret America.
You've been listening to Secret America.